And welcome back to the Crypto Program. Oh my God, we're going to talk a little bit about a conversation I had with the Crypto member. Yep, I called up a member. They texted me and I called them back. And let's have a little recap on what we talked about. I'm not going to get into any particulars. John Follett says, I watch reruns over and over, but nothing beats live shows in Hulk calls. Well, that's true. You have to watch the show live. So make sure you get the membership and get all the money to Crypto Hulk, all those big dollars. This member and me talked. And so let me clarify some things again, brand new people. In case you're watching, brand new people, I don't know everything. I know I act like I do, but I don't know a whole lot about crypto and all these things. I'm not a coder. Guess what? I'm not in the top 5 families of the world. Imagine that. I'm not. I don't have all the answers to your questions. I mean, really, you're going to pay $200 a month and I'm going to answer all your questions. Seriously, that's like $20,000 a month. So I'd be working for JP Morgan, making $1 million a year as some kind of a whatever it is. They'd find a position. Okay. So I don't have all the answers to your questions. What do I have? Here's what I told the member. I do research and I report information. Ta-da! That's what I do. All right. I find information that no other channel can find, like Ripple Russia, Ripple China from 2013, Ripple Israel, and all these. Okay, I find out all the coolest information. Before Ripple tells you, I've come out with multiple events, like the Ripple wallet. I've been telling you that for 3 years. Ripple's going to come out with a wallet. You watch, Ripple's going to have a wallet, and guess what? They did. And why did I say that? Because I showed you Ripple Singapore. They had a wallet with gold and silver in your wallet. I've already shown you all these things. Ripple is the government. So let me get back on track before I have a sidebar conversation with myself. I was talking to this member. The member might have been discouraged. I'm not sure. Maybe there was just a bunch of questions. And the member was asking me these questions about why they're going to let us be rich. And okay, look, I don't have all the answers to questions. I'm not the answer guy. Here's what I do again. Let me repeat. I find information and I report it to you. Ta-da, that's what I do. Okay. I'm not the let's ask a million questions and I got a great answer for everyone. I don't. Again, I look for information, I investigate, and then I report the findings to you. Ta-da, that's it. Okay. I'm not going to be this person that has all the questions answered for you. That's not what my job is. Again, I research and then I report information to you about what I find. And if you're interested in that particular information stuff that I give you, you can choose to invest in it or not. Your choice. Now, sometimes people ask Crypto Hulk's opinion. If I'm knowledgeable in the area that you ask, then I'll give you my opinion. Otherwise, I'm like, I don't know. I'm not going to know all this stuff. I don't know how this phone works. Barely. I know if I slide this thing up and I push on the Facebook button, Crypto Hulk's Facebook. I know very little about this phone. But this phone I use to run my business. My phone probably does 1,000 things. I know how to do about 5 of them. I don't know everything. I don't need to know everything. I've been running this show for 6 years, just fine with these little phones and stuff. I'm good. I don't need to take a Microsoft Excel class. I don't need to do any of that shit. I took a course on, oh God, all this computer stuff with the Veterans Administration. I had to go through some computer. They taught me I forgot it already. I mean, I probably forgot all that shit in 2 years. So yeah, so that's kind of how the conversation went. I'm like, look, I can tell you about cryptos and payment companies, but some of these questions you're asking me, I just have no idea. You're asking me questions. You're asking me questions that the top 5 families of the world would understand the answers to. I don't know. At some point, I said, you're going to have to watch the program, look at the information that I discover and that I present to you, and then you have to decide to yourself, what do I want to do with this information? You don't have to buy everything I talk about. You don't have to sell everything I talk about. I don't care what you do with the information. It's just information. If you like a particular crypto, then buy it. If you don't, then don't buy it. I mean, I don't know what else there is to say. Some people like to copycat what I do. Probably not a great idea, but some people just want to do that. I told this person, there are sometimes I'll have very rich people join the Crypto Hulk membership club, where they call me. Sometimes people are worth millions and millions of dollars, and they're asking me. Sometimes I'll have somebody call up, not all the time. I got 10 grand. What should I put it into? They don't really want me to explain it. They just want the answer. I guess they watch the show enough to know that I have pretty good research ability. And they just ask, should I put 10,000 into this or this other one? What do you think? I got 5 minutes. Sometimes this person asks me that. Okay, 5 minutes. All right, let's start the clock now. All right, 5 minutes is up. I'll just go ahead and say, okay, there's your 5 minutes. I did the best I could. Thank you, Crypto Hulk. Bye. Click. It's done. Call's over. They'll run by a couple cryptos. Maybe they'll give me 2 cryptos. If I haven't heard of them, I look them up, this and that. That'll take a little bit of time. They'll be like, I'll call you back in 15 minutes or something like that. Bang. Some of these people that call me run corporations, and they're super busy, and they just want the quick answer. They watch my show enough. They don't need for me to explain to them for 20 minutes why to buy this shit. They just want to know which one it is. I don't really agree with that, but then again, you know what? They're adults. They live their life, and I live mine. They wanted a membership. That's what they want. They just want to know what they spend $10,000 on this week or whatever, 5,000 next week, whatever it is. And I just say, if it was me, I'd do this. I give them the super short answer. They're tied in with BlackRock. They don't want the full encyclopedia explanation from Crypto Hulk. Some people want the full explanation. Some don't. Whatever. Hey, I don't fucking care. Whatever. You pay the membership? You want the short version or the long version? It doesn't fucking bother me. Whatever one you want. It's your life. You make a decision. You're the captain of your own ship. But the one person I was talking to, it seemed kind of like they had a lot of questions. And that's fine, because guess what? I don't have a lot of answers. And some of this stuff, you're not going to understand it all. If it was that, like, it comes down to sometimes faith. Now, not like George Michael, but you got to have faith. And, but what I do is I provide enough information. I provide enough research and information. 5 years ago, you got BlackRock, Larry Fink, and all Warren Buffett calling crypto rat poison and all that. Meanwhile, all these look at Walmart. They're all hooked in with crypto. Tempo, TEMPO, is the crypto. They got zero hash. Zebex is involved with that. So Zebex running the Walmart payment, all that shit, man. The Walmart guy, Charlie Ass Muncher, his friend, whatever it is. And the Jamie Dimon 7 years ago saying anybody involved in Bitcoin or whatever, I'm going to fire them. And then they end up selling it. Okay, look. I don't care what they say. Here's what I care about. What evidence do I find? That's what I care about. I don't care who says what on what channel. I don't give a shit. I'm going to miss certain things, and that's A-okay with me. I'm not going to catch everything. There's going to be some cryptos. Oh, I didn't know about that. Okay, fine. I didn't know about it. Not a big deal. Guess what? I got 20, 25 cryptos. That's good enough. If I miss one, fine. See, it just depends on, see, that's my attitude. I mean, I have no faith. If this takes another 3 years for me to be rich, fuck it. I was telling the other person, my attitude is fuck it. I guess so then. I mean, like, I'm not discouraged. I don't care. Each week, every day I get up, I look for evidence about what I already know is going to happen. I don't know how it all is going to happen. It doesn't matter to me. I'm reasonable intelligence. I can read. I go through research and I present stuff to you, what I find. Ta-da! And YouTube and all these platforms cannot handle all this because it's the truth. They can't handle it. If I was showing pet tricks and if you're a woman showing your boobies or something like that, then YouTube's just fine with all that shit. Whatever's going to make you broke, they're fine with all that. You do the dumbest shit like that Chive TV and the people riding skateboards off dumb shit. Look, at this gym I go to, they show all this Chive TV and it shows all these people. Americans are like some of the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. But I don't have all these answers. I don't pay attention to all the noise and stuff. Okay, again, we have to focus. I research, I find information, and I report to you. That's what the show is. I don't care about when do we get rich, this, that, what crypto takes off. What's the most important crypto I hear? Dude, look, when I buy a crypto, I was telling this person, it's based on who are the partners of the crypto and what's the use case. That's it. I'm not concerned about what crypto is going to take off first. Look, stop living your life trying to get rich tomorrow. This isn't the right channel for you. You need to go to some other channel where they're talking about unicorns and rainbows and Care Bears or something like that, and getting hugs from grandma and eating cookies or something. I mean, like, this is an investing channel, and this crypto takes off when it does. Until then, I'm buying super duper cheap crypto that'll never be prices like this again. Maybe if we have a big, massive market crash and prices go even lower, then so be it. Thank goodness. Now I can buy more stuff even cheaper. I mean, see, this is my mentality. I'm not concerned. I've been here for 6 years. I know exactly what this is. They're scaring everybody out except us. This is just how I am. This lady's like, you're not mad or whatever? No, I don't fucking care. Look, I can't control any of this shit. I'm along for the ride, man, and I'm going to be fucking rich. When the bus stops and we get off, I'm going to be at the promised land. I already know where all this goes. I said, look, imagine it's night. It's nighttime. I'm driving the car. My headlights go 200 to 300 feet ahead. I can't see 10 miles down the road. I can see 300 feet ahead of me. That's all I need. Am I on the right road? Yes. Okay, I can see the road. I look at the compass on the car. It shows I'm going north. Okay, that's where I'm supposed to go, north. I'm heading towards the North Star. I'm on the road. I can see both lanes. I know that I'm heading north, and I'm on the right highway. Okay, I'm on the road trip then. That's it. I don't fucking know when the next rest stop is. I got a full tank of gas, and I'm always going to have a full tank of gas. That means I'm not ever going to run out. I don't ever run out. The next day I wake up, do it all over again. Next day, it's how I just do it, man. And one day I wake up, and there's like $3 million in my wallet. Okay, great. I finally made it. It's about time. And that's just how it goes, man. All righty then. Hold on a minute there. We got Anthony Diaz is here. Jenny Mac says, even though my phone can run a space station, that is not what I want to do with it. I would just love for the freaking alarm to ORL. What? here. We got Robert Driscoll's here. Senor Rojo. What's up, Hulk? Says Alberto Villa. Oh my God. Well, I got nearly 22 million root. And you never know. What if somebody buys up the Root Corporation and those go to $1 a piece? You now got $22 million. If the Root Network hits 50 cents, you now have $11 million. If the Root Network just hits a quarter, you probably got what, $5 million? Nice. Okay. Let's go to Stellar. My name is Crypto Hawk, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about financial advice. Everything on the show is a lie. Don't believe a word I say. I'm on constant drugs. 24/7. I'm slamming heroin, mainlining it, black tar, Shiva, whatever you want to call it. I'm also utilizing opium about 30,000 times a day. Just constantly smoking methamphetamines and eating LSD tablets, just constantly. So any kind of financial advice you got over this phone calls from me or whatever it is, it's just hogwash poppycock, okay? All righty. Stella. Let's go with, where's that Stellar article at there? MasterCard, that's a good article. The DTCC. Oh, shit. Here we go. You're going to love it. We do a copy and a paste. See, I want to show you what's happening. The Crypto Hog. I thought you don't like Stellar. I don't like anything. Except hardcore street drug use. So here we got the DTCC, the Depository Trust Clearing Corporation. Let's read the article. They're connecting to Stellar. The Crypto Hawk. I'm looking at the price, and it's not moving. Yeah, it's called Dark Pools and Private Ledgers. You know, Jed McCaleb, Mt. Gox, 2010 website telling you about dark pools where you can buy cryptos and sell them off the order books and nobody knows. Yeah, that's why the price ain't going up, hot shot, because Jed McCaleb started all this dumb shit. All right. That's why I'm not worried. Like, I'm reading an article here. The DTCC, they control all the world's stock markets. They clear every single stock transaction. They set the standard for all the global stock markets. They move $4 quadrillion a year. They hooked up with Stellar. Now, what are the dumb shits going to do? But I don't see the price going up, Crypto Hulk. Crypto Hulk, I don't understand when the price isn't going up. I just told you dumb shit. Dark pools and private ledgers. These banks are buying this shit right now, and you can't see it, okay? I've already shown the evidence. No other channel has shown the evidence except Crypto Hulk. All right, let's start, class. DTCC. Tokenization service? Now, wait a second. You got, whoa. We're talking about tokenization? Oh, man, this is big. This is the big kahuna, the Maui Zowie, which is a great pizza. I'm telling you, at Round Table, you got it. That's my favorite pizza in the world. Tokenization service. DTCC controls like all the stock markets in the world, and they're working on tokenization. That means turning it all into crypto. I don't care what the price is today, next week, next month. I'm showing you what I'm reading, and when that day happens, that's when it happens. I can't control shit, except I can get cheap crypto. Stellar! Stellar is cheap. Get Stellar right now. Get Stellar. Get fucking Stellar. And then get stoned. Stellar Public Blockchain as DTCC advances its multi-chain strategy. Everybody, all of a sudden, this is just what I believe. All of a sudden, right near the end, what they call it, all the roosters come home, or the roosters comes home to roost, or whatever. I don't even know what that saying is. I'm not a farmer. New York, the Depository Trust Clearing Corporation, the premier post-trade market infrastructure for the global financial services industry. And, oh my God, the Stellar Development Foundation today announced plans to enable the tokenization. Are you hearing me? Oh my God, this is amazing. You guys that are in this thing, focus on the news. Don't focus on the noise, okay? Noise. Don't focus on the noise. The DTCC, the Stellar Development Foundation, they call it, announced plans. These two announced plans to enable the tokenization. Oh my God. The tokenization of the DTCC. Are you hearing me? They control $4 quadrillion a year. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. They announced plans to enable, they're going to tokenize the entire DTCC custodied assets on the Stellar network. Oh, dear God in heaven. I'm just telling you, but Crypto Hulk, the price is not going up. Dark pools and private ledgers, dumbass, okay? I don't know how many times I have to tell you that. The price ain't going up because they're buying them without you seeing, dumbass. That's why market cap has nothing to do with this shit at all. Price and market cap have no defense against dark pools and private ledgers. The normies have no idea what's going on. That's why you guys are going to end up rich. And all these people like, but how did you guys end up all rich? I have a degree in finance. I looked at all the market cap. It doesn't work. How'd you guys do that? Oh, we watched Crypto Hulk, and he said, take market cap and shove it up your fucking ass. That's what Crypto Hulk says. He doesn't give a fuck about nothing. He doesn't give a fuck about anything because he has an English degree, and we can't say stuff incorrect, grammatically incorrect around Crypto Hulk, or he throws a fucking fit. The connection with Stellar advances DTCC's standards-driven multi-chain strategy following receipt of a no-action letter. So they got a no-action letter too. Isn't that something? Stellar gets a no-action letter. I mean, the DTCC gets a no-action letter from the SEC, so Stellar can go right in there and get the shit done. Nice. The SEC, everybody, gave the DTCC a no-action letter so they can implement, so the DTCC can implement and operate a new service. Are you hearing me? Holler if you hear me. They're going to operate a new service. Holy shit. Is it more stocks, Crypto Hulk? No, dumbass. It's tokenization. Stocks are so old school, you have no idea. This whole new thing is about crypto. They're tokenizing. That's when you turn real world stocks, bonds, and all that stock market-y shit, and you turn it into a crypto form. That's what's happening. But Crypto Hulk, I don't believe in crypto. Okay, you don't have to believe in it, Poindexter. This shit's still going to happen, okay? Whether you understand it or not, this shit is going to fucking go down. It's going down right now before you speak. But the price, Crypto Hulk, the prices, that's the only thing these people have. But the price, they have no idea about dark pools and private ledgers. These people are going to be so fucking brokey. Let's continue. The DTC tokenized assets will have the same investor protections. It's all going to go down. The Democrats aren't going to be able to fight for shit. They're going to have the same investor protections. There's no arguments here, man. This shit is already decided. The DTCC and the Stellar Development Foundation expect DTCC tokenized assets to be available on the Stellar network. Oh, man, I'm telling you what, I don't even like Stellar, and I think I'm getting a little bit of a Woodrow Wilson in my pantalones. God. I mean, I'm happy for, I own Stellar. I don't know, like 10,000 or something, nothing big. I'm truly happy for those of you that are Stellar fanatics. Awesome. Look, all good cryptos are going to make you rich. You can't buy every single crypto. Oh, I missed out on this. You're going to miss out on some shit because you can't own 50 cryptos and have 1 million of each. It's just not physically possible for me. Okay. The assets on the DTCC are turning into crypto, and they're going on the Stellar crypto blockchain. You don't have to believe in any of this. You don't have to understand it. It's just going to fucking happen. See this? That's why when people ask me, I don't know. I don't fucking know. And I don't care. Because guess what? Something like this, bam, just comes out of nowhere. Now all of a sudden Stellar gets so. See, I'm telling you, don't try to understand this. All right? I've got a couple members, and I'm not making fun of you. I want you to succeed. That's what I'm here. You're paying me so to help you succeed. I'm telling you, don't ask all the fucking questions because it doesn't fucking matter. You're not going to understand what these people do. These people are running the world. Don't try to understand what they're doing, when they're going to do it, how they're going to do it. Just understand they're going to fucking do it. Just like this. Stellar comes out of nowhere. All the shit gets tokenized. I'm not concerned. Well, you sold off your Stellar. Yes, I did. So fucking what? I've got a lot of cryptos, like 25 of them. Guess what? I got more than just one. I don't need to understand how all this stuff happens in crypto. What I do need to understand is I buy crypto that's good, and I cannot buy them all. And that's it. You're gonna get some, and you're gonna lose some, and that's fine. That's life. All the other cryptos I'm in 20, 25 really good cryptos. Guess what? Their day will come. I don't miss out on anything. I have no regrets about anything I've ever done in my whole entire life. Everything I've ever done has helped me to become who I am today. Even some mistakes that I've made 20 times, and I finally learned the lesson. All righty. The DTCC and Stellar tokenized assets to be available on the Stellar blockchain the first half of 2027. Everybody, things getting hot in her. It's about 70 degrees, so it is getting hot in her. We need global crypto laws and regulations, and then we need global tokenization of real-world assets. Let's stop and think here. What is this? All the world's assets right now that are tokenized are on the DTCC. They move $4 quadrillion a year. Two things we need: global crypto laws and regulations and global tokenization. That's what that is. Dang it, man. See where we're at right now? I'm breaking it down. The brokies, you better start understanding what's going on. Well, I don't understand crypto. Well, then become a member on Crypto Hulk, and I will catch you up very, very quickly. All right. Or you can spend the next year trying to figure this out. Guess what? This shit's going to probably take off for a year, and you're still a fucking brokey. All right. This integration with Stellar will support rapid conversion of traditional assets. Oh my God, are you hearing this? I think it's getting good. The more all the news wants to scare you about how nothing's ever going to happen with crypto, and the market, they say the crypto market's down. Is it really? Not what I'm looking at here. People ask me, so how's crypto doing? I'm like, it's amazing, the shit that's going on in the crypto space. And they're like, well, but you aren't rich yet. These people have no idea. I don't even bother. I'm just like, I'm saving my oxygen. I'm conserving oxygen. I'm not trying to create more carbon dioxide on this planet. The DTCC joining Stellar crypto platform to tokenize all the shit on the DTCC. Truly amazing. This integration, you need to understand this, everybody. This is speeding up very quickly. I love it. This integration will support what? Rapid conversion of traditional assets into tokenized form. Rapidly converting real-world assets into crypto form. Oh my God. Yes. This is happening right here in front of us. If you own Stellar, congratulations. If you don't, you might want to consider doing what you think you got to do, don't you? This is pretty big news here. This is like big boy and big girl news. This is the day. This is the day you stop using the pull up Pampers. Excuse me. And hold on. This is where we're seeing a $4 quadrillion market going onto a Stellar blockchain. Like this, I couldn't even believe this when I saw this last night. This here, Stellar, I just thought was a retail payments only. And then here we're seeing this. I would think this is more XRP, but I'm telling you what, I don't understand this whole entire crypto space. But what we got here, we are committed to expanding opportunities for market participants to utilize tokenized assets to access deeper liquidity. They're using Stellar on this. $4 quadrillion a year. $4 quadrillion a year is going to flow. This is just the start. It's going to pretty soon. It's going to be 5, 6 quadrillion. It's all going to run on Stellar. This will be amazing for the people that have Stellar. I'm not going to go out and run and buy any. Should you? I don't know. I present the evidence here. You got to do what you think you got to do. So now what is the DTCC? Next paragraph here. The DTCC is the backbone. DTCC is the backbone of global capital markets. There you go. It's basically what it is. For people that don't know what the DTCC is, I'm trying to explain to you now. This is the biggest. Nothing gets bigger than this right here. Not even my ego. The DTCC is the backbone of global capital markets, integrating their crypto services with Stellar. Damn. This is massive right here. Like, I'm literally not believing this article. With Stellar connects public blockchain networks to regulated market infrastructure. Stellar's proven compliance-minded architecture. Stellar's open infrastructure and risk. You notice they're not building this on Ethereum? I want you to understand this. The DT, oh shit, look down at the bottom. Look down at the bottom where it says about DTCC. They don't move. Okay, they used to move 3.7 quadrillion. Then it became to 4 quadrillion. Look right here. The DTCC moves $4.7 quadrillion a year. What did I tell you? It's probably going to be 5 or 6 here soon. I was right. They're already at $4.7 quadrillion. Imagine Stellar moving $4.7 quadrillion a year. Oh my God, Stellar's going to be a monster. The Crypto Hulk, you were wrong. I present information that I have. See, like I told you, you cannot understand this crypto space. I present evidence. That's all that I do. I told you I don't know everything, and I don't. Let's go over again what Crypto Hulk does. I present evidence, and I do research. That's what I do. And this information wasn't even around. Now, all of a sudden, this information is around. You cannot predict what happens in crypto. Stuff like this comes out of nowhere. Stellar is going to run 4.7 quadrillion bucks a year. And we're just started. We've just started. We've just started on Stellar. We haven't even taken off yet. The article told us this will start in 2027. What exactly? The first half. January, February, March, April, May, and June 2027. All $4.7 quadrillion a year are going to start running on Stellar. For those of you that don't have Stellar, you might want to consider it. Let me tell you, the price is not going to go up. You're not going to get rich tomorrow. You're not going to pump dump Stellar. It ain't gonna happen. In the interim, DTCC and Stellar will collaborate. This is massive news. To evaluate tokenization use cases for eligible asset classes. Treasury bills are going to have bonds, notes, and etc. Everybody, I'm telling you what. They start off, whoever they are, these financial corporations, they start off with the traditional and then they move later. Pretty soon they'll be tokenizing racehorses and you'll be buying and selling racehorses and maybe midgets and stuff like that. It's all going to start with treasury bills, all the boring shit that we don't really care about. And then eventually, probably, who knows what will be at the DTCC being traded. Maybe you can buy stock in a midget wrestling club or something. I don't know. I'm just leaving any kind of thing open, all right? You can buy midget horse race ponies, like My Pretty Pony, okay? But today we just learned Stellar, starting in 2027, the first half, will be moving $4.7 quadrillion a year. Oh my God. Be prepared. I don't know when that day is when they actually stop pretending to buy. Okay, I don't know when that day is that they officially put all the dark pool and private ledger on the Stellar blockchain, but one day that happens and Stellar just skyrockets to $50 possibly. Let's go over that last portion. Where are we at? 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Okay, 40 minutes into the show. Let me show you something here about this deep dive. Let's go straight to the money. Okay, here we go. The DTC, here's what Grok says. The DTCC choice of Stellar for tokenized security tokenization. Oh, damn. represents the clearest institutional on-ramp yet for a blockchain. I'm going to have to read that one again. The DTCC's choice of Stellar for tokenized securities tokenization represents the clearest institutional on-ramp yet for a public blockchain into core United States market infrastructure. It's not Ethereum. All these dumbasses out there, it's not Ethereum, it's not Polygon, it's not Avalanche, it's Stellar. But Crypto Hulk, how did Stellar beat out Ethereum? I'm not even going to get into that. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum are piles of shit. And I don't know how successful they'll be in the future, and I don't care. That's just my opinion. If the use case scales, even, here's what Grok says, we're talking price. If Stellar is just used for 1 to 5%, 1 to 5% of what goes down, listen to this, over the next 2 years, okay, let's say it takes 2 years to get here, okay? Stellar only has to get to up to 5%. That price could be $1.50. A bull case in 2 years-ish or so, Stellar could be at $2 to $5. So remember now, we're only talking 1 to 5% of DTCC flows migrating over the next 2 years. Okay. Stellar on a low ball could be $1.50. Oh, nice. Now, on a bull case in about 2 years, Stellar could be $5 plus. Oh, nice. Extra nice. Now, on an extreme bull, okay, extreme moonshots, $15 to $50. Require near monopoly capture and low probability given supply. Now remember, there's only 50 billion Stellars that were made. Well, they burned up. There was 100 billion made, 50 burned up. You know, I've been telling you already, they're going to do that with the XRP, very likely. They're going to burn up that 50, whatever's in escrow, burn that shit up to 30 billion, whatever it is. That's what I say. They could do it if they wanted to. Or the Treasury could just take it and hold it for a rainy day in case something happens. So they could take the escrow out of circulation, lock it up in the United States Treasury for the survival of the United States. And then there'd only be, 70 billion XRP in circulation. And then people are going to stake whatever. So you never know. I have no idea. You know what? I don't bother planning this out. We don't know. What I do know is Grok is saying maybe up to $50 for Stellar. So there you have it. Kind of makes you want to go out there and buy some Stellar, doesn't it? Whoops. Let's check some comments here. YSN, Hulk, does Canton work with Stellar? I have not seen anything in my study. Stellar is Canton's working with a DTCC. So they're complementary, it looks like. Canton has its use case, the Canton coin, and Stellar had look. The DTCC is probably going to be working with 5 or 10 of the top cryptos. Remember, each of these good cryptos has a different use case. From traditionally what I'm to understand, XRP and XLM, they're payment cryptos. Canton Network, the coin is not a payment crypto. It works within that network. That's what it's for, gas fees and shit like that. Again, I'm not familiar with like gas fee because I mean I'm used to studying XRP and stuff. There's no gas fees with that. It's done. So, but each of the good cryptos that we're buying on this program, they do different things. Some cryptos they make a lot of, some they make less. I don't know which ones are going to be worth a ton and all that. Just what do? I buy good cryptos that I show on this program. That's what I do. And the chips land where they land. So if you got a good variety of crypto, some cryptos won't make it. They're going to go bankrupt. Okay. Some of the cryptos I have will not make it. They're going to go bankrupt. We've already known this. Root is one of those, and there will be others, maybe 5, 10 more over the next 3 to 4 cryptos you bought 5 years ago. 5 years from now, that's 10 years. They may not be around. So when you watch Crypto Hulk program, we keep up to date on this. You can't just like buy a bunch of crypto. Okay, I'll come back in 2 years. Look what these cryptos, you've got to be able to shift. Stuff in crypto happens fast. It's not like, well, I'll come back in 6 months and see what you guys are up to. I had to explain to one of the Crypto Hawk members, crypto is very fluid. It's not static. It doesn't stay in one place. Cryptos move around. Sometimes one crypto, they do a migration and they leave. They use another platform. All these different things. And then you have time frames. If you don't turn in your crypto at a certain time, then you lose it all. So if you're one of these people where, well, I'm going to come back in 6 months or a year, you could very well get liquidated on certain crypto. That's not a smart thing to do. I mean, you're better off than the average person. I'll give you that. If you buy 10 cryptos and then walk away from it and come back in 10 years, I'm sure you'll be rich, I hope. But if you are a person that monitors, I monitor my investment daily to where I'm going to find out super early. See, we're in a transition phase. I don't know if you understand that or not. So that's what I'm here for, to help you understand. We are in a transition. The world is changing. If you haven't noticed, the DTCC is flipping over to crypto. If you have not noticed this shit, now it's stellar. See, if you were to not watch my program and have no stellar, you would have no idea that this is going on. I've got a little bit of stellar. I'm not going to be going out and buying any. I'm kind of tempted, but I don't chase things. But stellar would be a great opportunity. From the information given right now that we did not have a month ago, 6 months ago, 3 years. We didn't have this information 3 years ago. This is what I'm saying. If you don't stay up to date on my program, now is the time. Now is the time of all times to walk away from a Crypto Hulk show. Now is not that time. With all this movement right now, you could very well dogpile and buy a shit ton of stellar for cheap and then make out like a bandit criminal later. You really can. Stellar could be that one. How much does stellar cost? I know you guys have been posting it. Somebody, powerful Hulk, I'll sit in back, says Robert Driscoll. Robert, Robbie, Bob, Bobby. How much is stellar? Somebody help me. Stellar, how much is 20 cents? Okay, 5 for $1. Larry Conti says, I monitor my investments daily. Some call it OCD, but whatever. It's 20 cents. Okay. We have information now that we didn't have a week ago, a day ago, a month ago, a year ago. So now Stellar changes to us. Now, Stellar is right up there near the top again. For me, I didn't have this information 2 weeks ago. They see all this stuff's kept quiet, everybody. All this shit's quiet. Somebody else checks their crypto during the day. I don't really check mine at all. I just look at news. Honestly, the crypto prices go up and down because it's all speculative. I don't even care. But the Stellar article, this is very massive. The news we have here with Stellar, truly amazing. So, okay, let me click out of the Stellar one. 4.7 quadrillion. Now that's gone up. Oh my God. I remember it was like 2.8, 2.7. Then it was 3.7. Now it's 4.7. I'm like, wow. Next year might be like 5.3 quadrillion. Eventually be 6, 7, 8, 9 quadrillion. Fuck. Stellar's going to be like crazy money. All right. MasterCard. We got an article on MasterCard. Solana network upgrades. FSN. There's that one. Then we got the GitHub. You got a GitHub with FSN. Let's go. Hold on a minute. Okay, MasterCard. Let's go with that one. Let me do a copy paste. All right, right here. MasterCard snags a crypto license. Are you hearing me? So what do we got going on, Crypto Hulk? Overall, what I'm seeing, and you're seeing too, crypto companies like Kraken and others are getting Federal Reserve banking licenses. Banks are starting to buy crypto technology companies. And then we got payments companies like MasterCard, they're getting crypto licenses. So a payments company like MasterCard, like a money service business, is now getting a crypto license. Oh, interesting. It's all coming together. All good cryptos, they work together. So it's not like, well, Crypto, is this crypto better than the other one? Or should I get this one because it's, look, get the top 10, 15 cryptos. They're all working together. The more successful Stellar gets, the more successful Canton will get. You get it? Like, if they're all working on the same projects, they're going to explode in value. MasterCard wants in on this. MasterCard snags a crypto license as stablecoin race becomes a compliance war. Let's look at this right here. Stablecoins brought U.S. dollar equivalents to users outside of the U.S. regulatory system. Stablecoins are going to help the United States dollar grow because now people don't need to have that paper dollar. It's not required. You could be in any of these little villages all throughout Africa and still, if they want to use a dollar, they can do it electronically. They don't have to wait till they get a dollar in their hands, a paper. This is what's going to help the dollar to also grow, getting back on some kind of gold standard. Actually, the XRP is where this ends up. And then the Ripple Labs US dollar becomes, I'd say, like the wholesale, like $1. And then for the common people, I think maybe a Circle. I even see like Ripple could buy a Circle. Ripple could buy Circle, and then they'd own it all. Then the United States could just take it, which they will, and then make the Ripple Labs the wholesale government money, and the Circle would be the people's money. I could see that. That's pretty good. I think that's probably how it's going to go down, just like that. But you know what? I'm not in the game of predicting. I really don't fucking care. I'm just here to get rich. I don't care about making predictions. I'm not having a pissing contest. I really don't fucking care. As long as I look at my wallet and I got 10 million bucks sitting in there, okay, good. I'm fine. I don't care what the fuck happens after that. And with the passage of the Genius Act into law last summer, they've already succeeded. Stablecoins are here to stay in the United States. Now, the conversation has shifted toward infrastructure, governance, institutional readiness. The latest evidence of the need for day one compliance across stablecoin and crypto payments arrived Wednesday with the news that MasterCard, oh my God, here we go. MasterCard had secured a bit license from the New York State Department of Financial Services. The push by MasterCard for licensing underscores another emerging reality, and that is major payments incumbents increasingly see their incumbent advantages around institutional grade compliance as a way to compete against crypto natives. This is crucial right there. Okay. Getting into compliance is how you win this game. MasterCard has got the money to become compliant. You're going to have 100 crypto exchanges. Oh, shit. Here we go again with that prediction from 6 years ago. You could have 100 crypto exchanges, but in the end, you're going to have 10. And I predicted that from 6 years ago. And what that means is all this compliance, the costs are going to go way up. You want to have a stable coin? Fill out this form and pay these fees. Oh, it's going to be, these little companies won't be able to do it. Only the biggest of the big. That's what I've been telling you. You'll have 100 crypto exchanges, and in the end, you'll have 10. This is going to go down exactly like that. MasterCard sees the advantage around institutional grade compliance as a way to compete against the crypto companies. They're going to regulate them out of business. See how this happens? You make the barrier so expensive. You want a stable coin? That's why it's this thing with Caleb Brown. You make the cost of having crypto in New York or United Kingdom or Canada so high that you can only have one or two companies that can afford to do it there. That's the whole purpose, to crush competition, to have a monopoly, because maybe you're in the government, you want your buddies to be rich, because maybe you're getting a bribe. Oh, Crypto Hulk. See how that works? The government is doing this on purpose. They don't want all these crypto companies out there. Hey, if you got to do work, you want to do the least amount of work possible. If I'm an inspector of crypto companies, I don't want 5,000 stablecoin companies. I want 5. So each week I go inspect one on Monday, one on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All done. I don't want 5,000 companies I got to supervise. That's a lot of work. So what do I do? I make the laws so stringent and so tough that if your company doesn't have $500 million to spend on, then you ain't going to start a stablecoin company, dude. See how all this works? Just like that. Let's scroll down. I highlighted an area, then we're done. Go down to near the end. Against that backdrop, MasterCard's newly approved BIT license reflects more than regulatory housekeeping. It represents a strategic position exercise for a future in which blockchain-based payments may increasingly intersect with mainstream commerce, settlement, and treasury management. Banks, payment processors, fintech firms, custodians, and infrastructure providers are all competing to become trusted intermediaries in the regulated stablecoin economy. But unlike earlier crypto cycles, the competitive differentiator is not decentralization rhetoric or token velocity. It is the ability to demonstrate operational discipline under supervisory oversight. If you can't pass the regulations, you ain't having no stablecoin. Who's in charge of everything now? The people that are in charge of everything now. They're not trying to have these crypto companies come in and take their money. That's what this article is showing. They're going to push regulation, banking standards, That's going to keep the competition away. This is what's happening. They're talking about the challenge is especially difficult because blockchain-based payments introduce risks that differ from traditional banking. Monitoring these flows requires a hybrid approach that combines traditional finance crime controls with blockchain native analytics. So it's going to be trickier now in one way because now you got to run two systems. But then I think what they're going to do is turn off the old system and it's going to be 100% blockchain. That's what I think they'll do in the future. They'll run everything parallel right now, but eventually, flip, they turn off the old system and everything's 100% blockchain. That will do it for today's program. We're 2 minutes over. Let me check the comments here. We got Ed Smith. Thanks, Hulk. Good information. Then John Follett. Johnny, thank you very much for that donation. A lot of these people are already like members, and they're already, thank you very much. Elixir MB says, has anyone invested in both XYO crypto and the company's stock? Elixir says he just got hash, but still have XYO and Edel on my list next. Larry Brotherton's like, thanks, Hulk. Great info. I mean, yeah, so at 20 cents now, look, all these cryptos are good. If it's on my program, they're good. And just like this, the news was stellar. It just comes out of nowhere, right? So you can't prepare. I mean, that's why I tell you, you have to invest in the partnerships. Who are the partnerships with all these cryptos? Number one, what is it going to do? But who are all the partnerships with it? And if all that looks good, then I buy. And depending on how good these partnerships are and all that, then I'll buy even more. It's like, but you don't know. Something like Stellar can come right out of the side. All of a sudden, they're hooked up with the DTCC. All the fucking sudden right now, right? We didn't know this a week ago. I didn't see this a month ago. 2 months ago when I sold off, maybe I had 20 or 30,000 Stellar and I sold it, bought it back, sold a couple times. Now I got about 10,000 of them. I mean, not a whole lot. But some of you, thank you, Crypto Hulk, and students for a great class. Have a wonderful day. So, yeah, I really can't tell you. I mean, it appears now Stellar is going to be a great crypto. It didn't look like that a month ago, a year ago, years ago, but all of a sudden now, see what I mean? They can do stuff so fast, you guys. I can't tell you that you buy, but I buy crypto that has lots of connections. And I look at, like, XYO is a cool little crypto. It's a small baby crypto. But again, the reason I put, I think, $500 into that, or maybe 1,000, I can't remember, is because it's like 6 years ahead of its competition. And It's dealing with DPIN. So these different cryptos, each one is a good crypto. You can't buy all the cryptos on my show. Don't do that. Don't put like just $100 into everything. Don't do that. Find a crypto that you love, that interests you, that's got a ton of partnerships. And then if you want to buy into that, that's what I do. Stellar is on my list now. But I'm not going to run out and buy it. But if you want to, then I encourage you. It appears right now with this evidence, this latest evidence I have, it appears Stellar is going to be great. Stellar is going to have a great use case and all that. You can't see stuff. You can't predict the stuff. You can't predict it. Just buy what your conviction tells you. If you always were one who said, you know what, I always knew Stellar would be good, then that's your gut instinct. So there's going to be a coin next week or 2 weeks from now, and amazing shit's going to happen to it. Oh man, I should have bought that. No, see, I don't regret anything I've ever done. There's a reason I've done shit and I learned from it and whatever. But that's how crypto is going to be. I can't answer all these questions. Look at this move. Look what they just did with the DTCC. Bam, hooked up with Stellar. Nobody saw that coming at all. It just happened. So that's why you got to look at the crypto. And if it looks like, man, they got some good partnerships, then you need to get access to it. It doesn't matter what I say. I research and I report to you. When I've researched in the past, there's nothing about this with Stellar at all. There's no indication to me from the evidence that I found. That's how I operate. I'm not a Chucky or a Zoltar. I don't know. I can only go with the evidence I find. I don't do I predict this or that. Grok gave the predictions today, not me. I asked Grok, where do you think Stellar can go with this price? Grok showed us a low, medium, and a high. It wasn't me, it was Grok. Okay. So some people would want to know the price stuff. It's fun. I admit it's fun. I don't have much Stellar. When it hits $50, I want to be happy and probably laughing with joy for those of you that are heavy into Stellar. I'll be like, I'm not having a pissing contest. Oh, I can piss farther than you. I don't fucking care. I run this show so that you get rich. I want you to be rich so I can look back and like, damn, I really did all that and help these people. I'm like, wow, my life was actually worth living. I want to look back and be like, I wonder, maybe one of you guys with the money that you make, the millions, maybe your kid goes to school one day, becomes a researcher and finds a cure for some disease, maybe that I come down with 20 years from now. Who knows? I run this channel with the hopes that all of you get rich. This is not a competition for me. Some of you, I hope all you get richer than me. I don't fucking care. I want to know that when my time on this planet ends, I've done the best I could to help people on this planet. That my life was worth the whatever amount of years I was on this planet. That's my purpose, man. If you're richer than me, great. I don't fucking care. You're missing the whole point, some of you. I hope some of you get filthy rich from Stellar. That's why I'm going over this. Anyhow, that'll be it for that. I will see you in the next one. Zebek is going to be massive. Says, yes, computer credit.